Now again, people say, brother, you are exposing the sins. I didn't name anyone. Brother, you're talking about negativity. I didn't talk about negativity. I'm talking about the reality. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, we're going to be talking about probably one of the most important topics for youth today, for elders, for everyone. How to get married to this society. And why is this important for those who want to get married, i.e. the shabab, the girls, the boys who want to get married and stay in halal? Why is it important for parents and how to help their children to get married? Why is it important for the community, the Muslim community at large? Why is it important for the ummah as a whole? These are some of the questions that we're going to be talking about today, inshallah, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I do encourage everyone to support the da'wah for my Patreon. You can see my links, my videos. The more you guys help us and support us, the more we can be independent and the more work we can do. Inshallah, more live broadcasts, the more videos we can put out there, and so on and so forth. Again, the objective of my videos are usually very clear. It is to help men to reclaim their masculinity according to Quran and Sunnah. It is to help the community to be educated on how to deal with these issues. What are the problems of real masculinity, real femininity, how to fight feminism, how to educate, coming from educational background, the imams, the school principals, the staff, teachers, why it is important to return back to the fitrah of Islam, of what a man is, what a woman is, how to fight this woke agenda that you have today that is destroying not only the ummah, destroying the non-Muslims, destroying everyone. This is what a lot of my work is focused on, and I want to let you know that bi'idhnillahi ta'ala on November, inshallah, and I'm going to release this very soon, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, but we actually have a masterclass for vetting. And if you look, probably one of the most important issues is, like, how do I vet someone if I want to get married? Like, how do I know whether this person is good for me or not? And this marriage vetting masterclass is going to be on Sunday, November the 27th, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a 4-hour masterclass, and it's going to be live on Zoom, and I'm going to post the details of that, inshallah. Now, I said, why is it important in the ummah? Surrounded by a culture of zina, of fahisha, of evil. You go to a mall, you go everywhere, and people are just bombarding you. Companies asking you to commit sins. It's easy. The doors are open. It is very, very simple for someone to commit zina. And here are the Muslims in this environment, in this world, making marriage very, very difficult. So as I said at the beginning, we're trying to target not only the brothers and sisters who are losing interest in marriage. So let's start with the first one. Brothers and sisters, they are the main stakeholders of marriage. Then who's next? The parents, the families, right? Then who else? The community, the imams, the schools, the masajid. Then who else? The ummah at large. Then who else? The world. Because the world is a better place when families are united in marriage. So let's go with number one. Number one, the main stakeholders, the brothers and the sisters who are supposed to get married. You find that people are not interested anymore today, because there's so many other options. There are so many haram options, much easier. So you see brothers delaying marriage. What are brothers doing then if they're not getting married? 30, 35, since puberty, it's impossible for a man to just hold themselves. No, brothers are basically, as I said, straight talk, right? There's porn addiction, there's zina, people are hiring prostitutes, people are hiring escorts. This is something that is very, very common in the world today. You might say, brother, what are you talking about? I deal with these issues. I deal with these kind of clients. It's not made up stuff. Why do people choose? Because it's easier. It's easier. You don't have to have the headache. You don't have to commit. You don't have to deal with parents and expectations and culture and all that. What does a man want to do in the end? A man wants intimacy. A man wants a woman. People say, you've reduced it to such a rudimentary level, brother. If you're honest enough and you look at the objective of the Sharia, one of the main objectives when it comes to nikah is intimacy. And that's why the world is pretty much driven by sex. Bear with me. Let me give you evidence. Look at the movies. What is the most attractive thing in movies? It is the whole concept of the excitement, a relationship, sex, men, women, good looks, and so on. And you look at the ummah, who are they trying to imitate? Who are the brothers or the sisters on TikTok imitating? They're gonna imitate what they see in these films. Okay, you go to the mall. What do the ads portray? What are they trying to sell you? Pass by stores selling this, selling that. What are they using? Attractive people on their displays. Everything is about sex, and that's why sex sells. And the people behind these setups are psychologists. Every company, every project has someone who understands exactly what the desires of human beings are. Even though these human beings try to deny that, no, I'm not like that. Yes, you are, because you're a human being. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created you with desires, with shahawat. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created you and is giving you options to take these shahawat in a different way, in a halal way. But you don't want to, because it's much easier to deal with it in a haram way. So brothers don't want to get married because they have options. Again, what are the options for the brothers? Let's be honest. Probably the greatest calamity to befall the ummah in the 21st century is that of pornography. Men are watching porn. The next thing is men are committing zina. They are hiring escorts. It's halal now, according to the secular law. It is legal, right? So the people are like, oh, it's legal. Oh, no, it's not legal. In the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's not halal. See, there's something between being legal and lawful. It can be legal according to the secular law, but it's unlawful in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Sharia law. You understand the difference? There's a huge difference here. So yes, men are going to escorts. Yes, men are going to strip clubs. Yes, Muslim men are doing that. It's the reality. Yes, and that's like the easiest thing. Forget about getting involved in relationships, and that's a bit more complicated. You just pay for sex these days. All right, what about the women? Why are women delaying marriage? Because they want to be like men. Women today are showing more and more masculine traits. I've read a study today, University of Essex, and it's a long study. It's about, I read about 47 pages today. It was looking at the non-sexual or non-gender characteristics, masculine, feminine characteristics of certain women. And we find that women are expressing more masculine, male-like, non-sexual behavior or non-gender behavior today. And it can be linked to a few things. There's a few theories around it. One could be linked to the food that their mothers ate and some of the chemicals that influenced their development, early development, and like androgens. And another thing can be obviously linked to just nurturing and culture and expected behavior, i.e. ideologies such as feminism, where it's pushing women to do masculine thing. And what happens is the body adapts, especially in the younger age, the younger early ages, stages of development. So women are having now more male-like behavior. So if the guys are delaying marriage, well, why wouldn't women delay marriage? They have options now. Women also watch pornography. This is known, established now very clearly. So they don't need intimacy from men. Not to mention the amount of toys and all kinds of rubbish accessories that are available for women right now to satisfy their desires. They don't even have to engage in zina. Those kind of things are not really that conducive for men. That's why men fall more into zina when it comes to that, But women have so many options now when it comes to that. And this is true talk. This is real talk. Look at the studies. Look at these surveys. Look at what is going on. I'm not joking. This is a problem. So now women have options. They can be with other women because it's safer. There's no penetration. There's no pregnancy. And this is happening in the Muslim countries. It's a pandemic. Or they can play with toys, or they can watch pornography, or they can do whatever they want now. Go do their education, delay, they're in their 30s, 40s, finally, maybe they get bored of all this rubbish, and they say, man, I think I should get married. But by now, Allahu A'lam, what's been happening. Not to mention, yes, women are committing zina as well. Women are committing zina, but, and that's, Muslim women, yes, Muslim women. Now again, people say, brother, you are exposing the sins. I didn't name anyone. Brother, you're talking about negativity. I didn't talk about negativity. I'm talking about the reality. Doesn't the Quran address the concept of zina? The Prophet ﷺ told us, for example, the hadith of Barsisa, the monk who committed zina and then made sujood to shaitan. How many hadith and discussions about the dangers of zina are there in detail? That's how shaitan tricks us, to come up in this self-righteous paradigm where we ourselves fool ourselves that we're okay. And we start talking about positivity. What are you talking about? Like, is the Quran not positive because it talks about these problems? No, it teaches us these problems so we can solve these problems, because it also gives us the solution. It also gives us the solution. You understand? People have lost the plot. So the two main stakeholders, brothers and sisters, who are supposed to come together to make the building block of the ummah, are the two who are falling out in the first place. Guys one side, women the other side. And men are saying, I can't find a good woman. Well, yeah, because the sisters have been indoctrinated by feminism, and they put Islam in front of it, thinking that somehow that's going to be halal. Islamic feminism. Does that mean that all of a sudden this is allowed or it's halal? No. What does Islamic feminism look like? Well, I can wear a scarf on my head and I can do TikTok videos twerking and thinking that I'm a good Muslim. And then I complain that I cannot find a high value man. Well, no, hello, wake up. And I'm with the woke, and I champion LGBTQ rights because Islam is tolerant and inclusive. And I support Imam so-and-so and Imam so-and-so because he is also inclusive. And who are you to tell me that this is wrong because he's an Imam who studied at university so-and-so? But however, when cross-reference with Quran and Sunnah and real scholarship, we find that this is a joke. What about the brothers? Are the brothers better? No, the brothers are weak. And the brothers are, paying for OnlyFans. Who's doing OnlyFans? Was the women. But the brothers are paying for it, right? So do you see? And the brothers are weak, right? Talking about I have no purpose. I got no strength. My testosterone is low. I lost my hair. I got no muscle. Got no drive. I can't wake up for Fajr. And he wants the best looking, most beautiful, amazing Muslimah woman who's going to cook for him and clean and pray tahajjud and mashallah, like super Muslimah, right? But he's a loser. This is the reality. Like, you got to wake up. I know people don't like hard talk, but this is the reality. The two main stakeholders in this equation are suffering, are weak. One is ideologically destroyed, the females, women, sisters, with feminism. Ideologically, it's here. See, they've been brainwashed here, which is very difficult to change. And the other one, the brothers, they're just weak physically, spiritually, maybe ideologically. Men are in a better position still, I would say, as opposed to women. But even though you find feminist Muslim men, but I would say in general, men are more into the desires and just giving into this whole, addiction and being lazy and unproductive and low value and low quality. How do you solve this? By fighting it. Education, talking against it, getting people to wake up